all see my screen?
Just getting used to it.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Okay.
Welcome, every.
Hang on, Viv. I'm going to introduce you. Unless you want to go straight into it. You go into it.
Can you all see
Yes,
my screen?
you can start now.
Okay. So welcome, everybody. Today's talk is on navigating the change and integrative perspective on perimenopause and menopause. Vicky said this, but because it's being recorded, how effed do you feel when you're 50 plus? So a little bit about me. I'm a clinical nutritionist. This working with women is my comfortable space. This is what I do. This is my part of my family, Molly, and being by the beach, which is what I love. But the first question I've got for you is, how many menopausal women does it take to change a light bulb? And I'll answer it for you. So it's one, only one. And do you know why? Because no one else in the house knows how to change a light bulb. They don't even know that the bulb has burnt out. They would sit in the dark for 3 days before they figured it out. And once they figured it out, they wouldn't be able to find the blasted light bulbs, despite the fact that they've been in the same blinking cupboard for the last 27 years. But if they did, by some miracle of God, find those light bulbs, 2 days later, that chair that they used to drag to change that light bulb would still be in the same spot, and underneath, of course, would be all the rubbish, because they don't pick up after themselves. And don't even get me started on the laundry. It's a wonder we haven't all suffocated under all that dirty laundry. Are you hearing me? I'm sure this is ringing bells for some of you. And of course, don't even get me started on who changes the toilet roll. I'm sorry, what was the question? Now, although I'd started with a joke and humour, because, you know, endorphins, it creates a drop in our cortisol levels, which is our stress levels. So that lowers our inflammation. For a lot of women out there, this is not a joke. And so the good news is that there's a lot of things we can do to help ourselves in this space. And a lot of women don't do this. So it doesn't take much, but as the slide says, weight-bearing exercise, which needs to be done at least 3 times a week, using a dumbbell or a barbell. So you want to put those muscles under good strain. So that improves or reduces sarcopenia, which is bone loss, and it helps improve your bone density as well. So regular exercise reduces stress, reduces hot flushes, helps improve sleep quality, cognition, and brain health. And of course, strength training can be done at home. You can use your own weights, you can use TheraBands, and your own body weight. So if you are doing this, reach out to me if you need any help. I have some programs I'm happy to send you in PDF. But remember to work the whole of your body, including the glutes and the back, as well as the pelvic floor, which can become sadly neglected. I've just realised this isn't in slide view, which is what it should have been. Sorry about that, guys. So I'll just go through. Okay, so a bit of a live case. This is a perfect illustration of a late 50s client of mine. She's now in her 60s, and we're doing some boxercise here. So that stimulates the muscle mass and encourages your osteoblasts to lay down new bone and remodel, filling the cavity with new bone tissue. This is possible through exercise. She also did one of my reboot programs, and since this picture has dropped 20 kilos. So she's healthy, happy, and has added years to her life through focusing on rejigging her exercise and eating. Now, talking of protein, this is a rough guide of protein. Most women get it wrong. They do not have enough protein. We need to have at least, at the very, very least, 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight. That's on the low scale. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you want to have, I would recommend at least 100 grams of protein. So this gives you an idea of what you're looking at in terms of the meat versus how many grams of protein you'll get. So you can see if you're weighing your red meat out, 77 grams gives you about 20 grams of protein. 87 grams for chicken breasts, 93 for almonds, salmon 105, feta 121, so on and so forth. And you can see it is a lot more challenging to get the right amount of protein if you are a vegan or a vegetarian, but it's not impossible. Ask Kathy, I'm sure she can give you some, well, I know she can give you awesome advice on that. And I do believe in supplementation as well. So just some helpful hints and tips to improve overall health. Reduce the alcohol consumption. Have at least 5 days a week where you're not consuming any alcohol. Non-negotiable if you want to improve your microbiome and gastrointestinal tract. Eat healthy veggies and starches because they feed the friendly bacteria in your gut, and avoid the products with high sugar content, cakes and sweets, because it feeds the bad bacteria. So manage stress because it inflames our body. It puts an unnecessary load on hormones, organs, causes your gut flora to be out as well. So drink lots of fluid, at least 1.5 to 2 litres of filtered water per day. You can mix that up with your herbal teas if that's better. And I don't know if you can read on the slide, you probably can. Start each morning with warm filtered water containing the juice of half a lemon. It helps kickstart your phase 2 liver detoxing. Use a steel straw though to protect your teeth. And get good quality sleep because that actually helps your gut biome as well. And it will help with hormonal balance. So yes, a little bit more about this. Complex carbs are the way to go. Avoid anything white. So your white sugar, your white flour, your white rice, your white bread, it really is the devil. I'm going through this really quickly because I want to get through. Eat a rainbow, at least 5 to 8 serves of plants. Kathy would tell you that it's better to have 8 as your barest minimum. Try and have 20 different veggies per day if you can. This gives you an idea of the serving size. I'm not going to go through it. You can all read that. And eat only unrefined foods. So listen to your body. Intuitive eating does work. And again, I've just taken a little bit about palm-sized. You can do, I can give you a basic program which you can do, which will drop weight, or I can give you a specific program if you're interested. You want to get rid of the visceral fat around your organs. And I really want to talk about toxins as well. If you're using highly perfumed products or ones that have sodium lauryl sulfate, any endocrine disrupting chemicals, then that is going around as fat in your, especially around your middle. So sometimes just by cleaning up what you are putting on your body and what you are using on your home will make a difference. If you want to know more about that, I can have a chat. There's 2 companies I use that provide safe products. One is completely Australian made and produced here, and you can see what happens. And sorry if I'm making anyone feel uncomfortable, not really, because, you know, weight gain, fuzzy thinking, bad breath, body odor, sleepless nights, headaches, mood swings, all these can be due to toxins in our environment. So there's enough of that. This is about the 6-week transformation. So this is someone who did the 6 weeks transformation. I think you can see from those photographs, it's very clear what a difference it made just cleaning up her diet. And that was only dropping about 5 kilos, by the way, so not a lot of weight, but you can see even the skin quality has improved. Visceral fat reduced by 21 points. Body measurements, not a huge amount, 20 centimetres overall. This was quite a fit person. Biological age reduced a further 3 years. Fitness score went from 65 to 73. This is another client. She's also a fitness person. She dropped, you can see there's a dramatic change. She dropped 20 kilos, a bit like the first client I showed you, but I didn't have slides for her. So it makes a tremendous difference clearing up your lifestyle. This is just a photograph to remind you to take time out for yourself. Hey, Vicky. Really important to spend time in meditation, in deep breathing. If we had longer, I would go through some of those exercises with you. How much longer do I have, dear, by the way? 2 minutes. There you go. So we have a little bit of time for questions. And so thank you very much for engaging with me.
Thank you.
And
you
these are my contact details. I really have whipped through it. Good. You don't need to know my cited reference articles, so I won't go through that. But I will go through, in the time that I've got left, a little bit of a breathing exercise. This is one that I do myself at night if I can't sleep. I do a 4-count breath. It works brilliantly. So let's do it quickly together. So I want you to all breathe in for 4 counts. I'll breathe you in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 4 counts. Breathe out for 4 counts. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 4 counts. Make these deep belly breaths. Breathe out for 4 counts. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold your breath for 4 counts. Breathe out for 4 counts. Breathe in for 4 counts. And just keep going. And if you do that cycle, because you're thinking of the breath, and breathe in a square. So breathe one side of the square, top of the square, side of the square, and the bottom of the square. Your mind is so occupied by what you're doing, it relaxes your central nervous system. So it's a wonderful way to de-stress. And if you have trouble sleeping, or if you've got a presentation to prepare, it's a great way to relax.
Thank you, Vivi.
My pleasure.
Wonderful. Yeah, and we'll just, if you want to connect with Viv, I'll drop the links below, and reach out if you want to work with Viv.